guys, it's Mark. Welcome back to another Gunpla Network review, and today I'm reviewing the Gundam Age 2 Magnum from HG Build Divers line, or the new Build Divers anime. Big thanks to RoboCity for this kit. It was actually one I was hugely looking forward to in the Build Divers line. If you haven't checked out any of the kits yet, remember to check out their website. Definitely pick this one up, okay? So, the Gundam Age 2 Magnum, obviously it's a customized version of the Gundam Age 2 from the Gundam Age series, which I think was highly underrated, as I said before, and this kit just goes to show that. I think it was a pretty fun kit. As you can see here, it's in its Wave Rider or Phoenix mode, it's called, on its stand. And I'm actually like tempted to display it in this mode, I think, after it gets a recolor, rather than a mobile suit mode. I've got enough mobile suits in my cabinet. So yeah, I think, and in terms of suits that do come in that sort of Wave Rider mode, this definitely looks way better than the Wing Gundam or the Zeta. The effect parts, the clear parts definitely go towards that, I think, so. Alright, so just for those unaware, this is from Build Divers, which is a new series that you essentially build a kit, it gets scanned in, and it's a virtual reality type simulation where you control an avatar and pilot the mobile suits that you build. And when this first came out, I thought it was a bit of a throwback to beginning Gunpla Builders G, which was a series that was very similar, scan in a mobile suit and fight in a virtual reality or a game sort of situation. So yeah, a little bit different to the Build Fighters series that we've had before. The Age 2 Magnum was a customized kit using the Age 2 as a base. It was piloted by Kiyoya Kujo, if I'm pronouncing his name right, who is just simply referred to as the champion, because he's the current champion of GBN, Gundam Battle Nexus. Now, this is in his colours, in a darker kind of colours, purple, some darker yellow-orange type colour, and some white and grey. First up, overall look of the kit. You would have seen from the first look what it looks like in mobile suit form. I will attempt to transform that back for you in a minute. It was actually not a bad transformation, so hopefully it'll go quite smoothly. Overall look of the kit, I think that's probably an 8 out of 10. It was really good. I don't mind these colours. They are a little bit frustrating to get rid of some of the nubs because they do leave a mark. I'm painting, so it's not too bad for me. I'll just continue to sand those down, and then it won't be any blemishes, although be really careful when denubbing the kit because you can easily mark the surface. Probably get yourself some finer grades of sandpaper. I tend to do it with one of these 4-way bricks, so it's actually for nails. So the harsher, which is not really harsh, kind of surface, smoother, smoother again, and smoothest, and that tends to get rid of most of those. But I wasn't as cautious this time because I knew I was painting. So apart from some nubs, which you know can be in the way, it was actually a great looking kit. I do like it. You do get, let's just do the leftover parts now. You get the standard H2 headpiece. I think I may go back to that one because I'm not a huge fan of the head on this one. There is a piece that was from the Hyper Dodds rifle, Dodds Magnum rifle, spare piece of that. You do get the standard Age 2 front skirt piece, which I'm not sure. I don't actually mind the front skirt on this, so I might keep that one. A shield piece. The only thing you're missing is the underpiece, which clips into the wrist gauntlets. You could easily knock up one of those yourself, which I may do, so I've got 2 of them, and you can see the shield ends up here on the back of the transformed Phoenix mode. That's the shield there. You get 2 flat style beam sabers, which were common with Age. So you get 2 of those and 2 beam effect parts. This is the piece that is when it's in MS form, is the waist joint. It's a different piece when you're transformed it. And you get 2 spare hands. Now, you only get 1 right hand, but you get 3 lefts. So you get an open fist, a closed fist, and a open grabbing kind of hand. It's a shame you don't get any more of the right hand, but that's okay. So, all right, I've gone out of order there. That was the accessories and parts, I guess. So, accessories, probably a 7 out of 10. So not too bad. It's pretty good for what you get with it. It's one of those minimalist type kits, I guess. There's not 1,000 spare pieces as you do with some build divers, build fighters kits. But that's okay. I'm fine with that. So you don't actually get all the parts to create a H2 normal type. If that's what you were asking, no. Now, build process was, it was quite a fun build, quite intensive because there were a lot of parts to get to, like, you know, you've got 4 of those side pieces for the wings. It just made it a little repetitive towards the end. So probably on that front, we'll give it a 7 out of 10. Articulation and posing. I guess this is where we'll transform it. Posing, not bad, not too hard. They give you a stand, so that kind of makes it a little easier. I didn't have to supply one of my own this time. And posing it wasn't as hard as I thought, despite being a little top heavy with those 4 wing style clear pieces. It wasn't that hard compared to some kits to actually pose, so yeah, pretty good. Articulation and posing, we'll give an 8 out of 10. And the fun factor. I thought it was actually a pretty fun kit overall, so we'll give that an 8 out of 10. Okay, now let's get to the transformation. Now hopefully this is going to be okay because I'm reaching around my camera to do this, so let's get him off the stand. There we go. So as you can see, I'm holding it up. Underneath, you see the chest part there and the skirt. Top part, you can see the shield into the Magnum. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to pull it apart the way it was. One piece there. That's the parts former part, I guess you add for the legs to go into the back. The legs just come back up the way they were. The ankle, flip that back around. Okay. Leave one down there. That ankle just, knee comes back up, ankle goes back around. Okay, this is the shield part. That was the underpiece we were talking about. You would be missing if you wanted to, yeah. But like I said, it's just a small piece of plastic, so you could knock that up yourself. This is the Hyperdod's rifle. So all you need to do is take out this piece here, and that will now go back in with the stripe that you can see there. That way down to lock the handle grip in place. Once I've got it back in his hand. Okay, so now you're left with the H2 body. So I'm going to remove the arms. From the side. There you go, and that's the core part, head ducked down like that you can see. Sorry, I sore arms today. I'm trying to do this. Alright, so now what we're going to do is bring up these side skirt pieces, bring them back around, then we'll fold the body torso back down, bring the head up, and then the waist pushes in and locks back in place like that. Side skirts up. Now I haven't trimmed this piece yet, but you can actually cut the center piece in the middle there for that. That's a big back skirt. Alright, so that's it for now. The head is back up. Alright, now we take the arms So these were actually, these are swords obviously that you can take out and use. But for the moment you don't need to do those. They're sword bits or like shield bits and stuff. A separate piece that you can actually take off, get the handle to hold or the hand to hold, and then use them like swords. Otherwise they have a polycap in them and you can do that. Alright, that goes like that. Shoulder up, and there. We're back in the so there you go, like that. That now clips back onto the body. There you go. Okay. So, not a terribly complicated transformation compared to some, I guess, guys. Like, I haven't done too many transformable kits, parts former kits. They're not usually my favorite type. But for some reason, the Age 2 just speaks to me. I think the Age series is highly underrated. There we go. And I mean, even in this, like I said, I wasn't a fan of the headpiece, so I might go, I don't like the kind of jigsaw-y kind of thing there. But watch that neck joint can become a little loose after transforming. There we go. Alright, he's starting to take shape again. Now we just take the legs. Sorry, where's my piece gone? There. This is the waist joint attachment part, I guess you would say. So what you need to do is line that back up. Put that back in place underneath. And then drop it exactly like I did. No, don't do that. Yeah, so while it's not a complicated transformation, it can be slightly tricky when you're trying to bolt all these things back together, but especially when you're trying to do it in front of a camera. There we go. And there we go, the Age 2 transformed again. Basically this just slides down on the back of the wrist cuff for the shield. Whoops. There we go. And then the rifle, I found it easiest, it says to attach the hand around it, but what if you actually put the gun part up like that, slide the hand over it, lock it back down, and then the piece here, while the hand's downwards, you put that in like that, and that locks the handle in place again. There. So, one thing I did miss out on was leftover polycaps, sorry. That's what you guys are left with. A few shoulder type ones, standard little round type ones. And yeah, that's pretty cool because I always like spare polycaps. They come in handy when you want to kit bash something. Stickers, from the overall look, I only used the chest piece sticker for the Age symbol. I didn't use the ones here on the side of the Hyperdodge rifle or anything like that. But that was just because I know I'm going to paint, so why bother? I might actually leave that in the center there. Painting the Age symbol could be a bit more painful than the rest of these little bits. So we'll see, I'll decide. I might change it, I might not, or we might leave it in there. Yeah, not too bad. You can just stick that on anytime you want. So stickers, there aren't too many. I just didn't feel like using them as usual, but feel free guys, they're actually not that bad. They stick on quite good. That Age symbol I pressed down with a cotton tip, it hasn't come off yet. So, Final score will be up on the screen for you now, guys. And it was an 8 for an overall look. It was a 7 for a build process. It was an 8 for articulation and posing and transformation. It was a 7 out of 10 for accessories. It was an 8 out of 10 for fun factor. And what can I say? Definitely a kit to pick up. If you're a fan of the Age series, this is, you know, going to be a kit that you'll want, because HG Age isn't always in print or in stock in some shops. They're kind of hard to find, even if you go looking online elsewhere. So this was a chance for you to get those back. You do get the spare skirt and the spare front piece, so you could actually kind of make that a bit more standard Age 2 normal looking. But I think this clear effect parts are actually an improvement. You could go without the shield, you don't need that. The rifle, yeah, I'm not kind of sold 100% on that. I do like the look of the standard Age 2 rifle, which we'll put a picture on the screen for you of the Age 2 next to this one. But overall, definitely a fun kit. Alright guys, that's all for today. Thank you very much for joining me. Remember to check out robocity.com.au, their awesome webpage. Get your kits, paints, all sorts of good stuff there. And as always, have fun. Bye.